World War II began on September 1st, 1939, when Nazi Germany invaded Poland, prompting Britain and France to declare war. The conflict had several key causes that developed in the years following World War I. The harsh Treaty of Versailles punished Germany after World War I by forcing them to accept war guilt, pay massive reparations, and face territorial losses and military restrictions. The Great Depression devastated economies worldwide after 1929. Germany was particularly hard hit due to its reliance on American loans, creating conditions for extremist political movements to gain support. The 1930s saw the rise of fascism under leaders like Adolf Hitler in Germany, who came to power in 1933, Benito Mussolini in Italy, who had ruled since 1922, and militarism in Japan, which invaded Manchuria in 1931. These authoritarian regimes prioritized military expansion. Western powers pursued a policy of appeasement, allowing Hitler to rearm Germany starting in 1935, remilitarize the Rhineland in 1936, annex Austria in March 1938, and take the Sudetenland from Czechoslovakia in September 1938 through the Munich Agreement. By March 1939, Hitler had seized the remainder of Czechoslovakia. Hitler's territorial expansion included the remilitarization of the Rhineland, annexation of Austria in the Anschluss, and dismemberment of Czechoslovakia. The Nazi-Soviet Pact, signed on August 23, 1939, was a non-aggression agreement between Nazi Germany and the Soviet Union. It contained a secret protocol to divide Poland and Eastern Europe between them, allowing Germany to invade Poland without Soviet interference. On September 1, 1939, Nazi Germany invaded Poland from the west, while the Soviet Union invaded from the east on September 17th. Britain and France declared war on Germany on September 3rd, marking the beginning of World War II in Europe. What began as a European conflict would eventually involve nations across 6 continents, becoming a truly global war. World War II unfolded across 3 major theaters of combat. The European theater saw battles across the continent, from the skies over Britain to the frozen Eastern Front. The North African campaign featured tank battles across the desert landscapes of Egypt and Libya. The Pacific theater encompassed island-hopping campaigns and naval battles spanning the vast Pacific Ocean. Let's examine the key turning points of the war along a timeline from 1939 to 1945. The Battle of Britain in 1940 was the first major defeat of Hitler's military forces, as the Royal Air Force successfully defended the British Isles against the German Luftwaffe. In June 1941, Hitler launched Operation Barbarossa, the massive invasion of the Soviet Union, which ultimately became the largest and deadliest military campaign in history. On December 7, 1941, Japan attacked the U.S. naval base at Pearl Harbor, Hawaii, bringing the United States into the war and transforming it into a truly global conflict. On June 6, 1944, D-Day, Allied forces launched the largest amphibious invasion in history, landing on the beaches of Normandy to establish a foothold in Nazi-occupied Western Europe. The Holocaust was one of the darkest chapters of the war and human history. From 1941 to 1945, Nazi Germany systematically murdered 6 million Jews and millions of others in death camps. The war in Europe ended on May 8, 1945, known as WWII Day, following Adolf Hitler's suicide and Germany's unconditional surrender to the Allied forces. The United States dropped atomic bombs on the Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki on August 6 and 9, 1945, leading to Japan's surrender. Japan formally surrendered on September 2, 1945, aboard the USS Missouri in Tokyo Bay, officially ending World War II. World War II was the deadliest conflict in human history, claiming over 70 million lives, both military and civilian. The conflict dramatically reshaped global politics, leading to the emergence of the United States and Soviet Union as superpowers and the beginning of the Cold War. The conclusion of World War II marked the end of the deadliest conflict in human history, but its political, social, and economic consequences would continue to shape the world for decades to come.